Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us today at our Automated Software Testing and Quality Summit. Let me get my slides queued up here. Hopefully everybody can see them properly. And we're glad to have you with us today. We want to cover a few things in terms of how to use GoToWebinar. So attendee microphones are off and they stay off. So, make all the noise you want. Won't matter to us. If you want to ask questions, there's a question box in the control panel at the side. Put them in there and we'll try and get to them, whether it's a problem that you're having or whether it's something for the speaker. We'll have a little Q&A time scheduled at the end of each session. If you've got some other question there, like again, problems with audio or how the software's working or whatever, go ahead and put that in there and we've got people monitoring it. One other little thing about using these kind of virtual things many of you are probably familiar with, but sometimes the browser will seem to freeze up on you, or the session will freeze up. And if you're viewing from a browser and you see things freeze, hit the refresh button. It'll usually solve the problem for you. And just a reminder that we'll send a link of the recording at the end of the session so that you'll be able to come back and watch all of them on your own time if you missed any or want to see something again. And feel free to share that with your friends, get them to sign up and they can all watch themselves as well. So we've got a great host of presenters today. Again, my name is Arthur Hicken from Parasoft. After me, we've got Cole Sioran from Infotech, Jason King from RBC, Roya Montazari from Cox Automotive. We have a security panel coming up a little later today, the three amigos of security. I'll introduce them before their session. Justin Trenner from QA Financials joining us from Europe. We've got Danny Oslin from Woodman Life, and from Parasoft, we have Matt Clausen and Jeffrey Peoples that'll be coming on near the end of the session to tell us some pretty interesting stuff. So I wanted to just cover a couple things about why we're doing what we're doing here and how this summit is really interesting. This is real people talking about the real issues that they face, making sure that their software works properly. And everybody has issues and challenges and problems that they face, whether it's too much system downtime, whether it's testing simply takes way too long, whether it's, hey, we can't even test this thing until we deploy it, so we're forced to release it without as much testing as we want. Or sometimes, things break when we make changes. Even a small change may cause some kind of a serious problem. And so typically in the software testing world, there's all kinds of different things that people apply to this, tools and technologies and methodologies. And the biggies, right? We're going to talk about a few of them today: UI testing, API testing, service virtualization, test data management, et cetera, et cetera. But I found that it's interesting because real people solving real problems aren't really looking for API testing or UI testing. What we're really looking for is a solution to the problem. And so our speakers today are going to talk about what challenges they've faced and what technology they applied to address the problem, rather than let's talk about the technology in an abstract way. So here's an example, right? If you have service virtualization, well, maybe that's interesting, maybe it's not. But typically, if you have problems like, hey, I need to decouple from a complex resource, or I need to test something that doesn't even exist yet, or in today's privacy world, I need to test things, but I can't really use real data. I need to rely on synthetic data or private data. Sometimes I want to test things in a very harsh way. I want to break something. I want to force it. I want to stress it. I might be doing load and performance testing. I might just be doing boundary cases. I might be doing security testing. And sometimes, most of the time these days, as we're testing our entire end-to-end system, many of those pieces aren't even ours, so we're not really allowed to abuse them. And service virtualization has different ways to help you address all of those problems. So that's one of the kinds of things that we'll see today. But pay close attention when people are delivering their presentations about the challenge they faced and what kind of a approach they took. And you might find that it'll help you out as well. So the agenda, it's here. You guys all have a copy of it. Coming up next, we'll have Cole, after him, Jason, After that, Cox Automotive, we'll do our security panel. Then we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll run a little commercial during it, but get everybody a chance to go refresh their coffee and such. We'll come back. We'll have a few more talks. Danny and I are doing a pretty fun one-on-one interview. Afterward, Matt will bring us home. And again, we encourage you to